We live in an age of infinite exhaustion. We are told to hustle harder, to optimize every second, to carve our names into the bedrock of history. But look closely at the modern face. It is not triumphant. It is tired. We are swimming upstream, fighting a current that is stronger than we are. Our phones buzz with the achievements of strangers, reminding us of what we haven't done, what we haven't bought, and who we haven't become. We treat our lives like a project to be managed, rather than a mystery to be lived. And the result is a soul-deep fatigue. 2,500 years ago, a keeper of imperial archives named Lao Tzu saw this same exhaustion in the eyes of his contemporaries. He realized that civilization, with all its rules and ambitions, was moving contrary to nature. So, he left. He left behind 81 short poems known as the Tao Te Ching. His message was radical, and it is the antidote we need today. Stop trying so hard. This is not about laziness. It is about a concept called Wu Wei, effortless action. It is the art of sailing rather than rowing. When you row, you use your own limited energy to fight the water. You tire quickly. When you sail, you use the immense power of the wind to move you. Nature never rushes. A tree does not strain to grow. It simply unfolds. A river does not struggle to reach the sea. It simply falls. Yet, we modern humans are constantly straining. We try to force outcomes. We try to force people to like us. We try to force the world to be stable. Lao Tzu asks, can you remain unmoving till the right action arises by itself? This sounds impossible to a modern mind. Think of a muddy glass of water. If you shake it to clear it, it stays muddy. Only by leaving it alone does the dust settle. Your mind is that muddy water. Anxiety is the shaking. Wu Wei is the courage to sit still and let clarity return on its own. The second trap of modern life is the obsession with becoming. We want to become rich, become famous, become improved. We view our current selves as a draft version, waiting to be fixed. We are never enough as we are right now. The Tao offers a different image, the uncarved block. This is the state of potential, of simplicity, before society carves us into shapes. When you carve the block, it becomes a tool. A tool has a specific use, but it loses its infinite potential. It becomes limited. We carve ourselves into managers, influencers, or husbands. We trap ourselves in these small shapes and suffer when we don't fit. Return to the uncarved block. Realize that you are not your job title or your bank account. You are the wood itself, living and whole. The Tao says, be content with what you have. Rejoice in the way things are. When you realize there is nothing lacking, the whole world belongs to you. This leads us to the third lesson, the utility of the void. We are obsessed with having things and filling our schedules. We think value comes from the object, but Lao Tzu points to a cup. Is the value in the clay walls? No. The value of the cup is in the empty space inside. Without the emptiness, you cannot pour tea. We build a house with walls, but it is the empty space inside that makes it livable. The usefulness comes from what is not there. Apply this to your life. If your day is filled back to back with tasks, you are a solid block of clay. You have no space for life to pour in. You need the void. You need the boredom. You need the silence. That is where the Tao lives. So, how do we practice this tonight? It begins by subtracting, not adding. Do not add a meditation routine to your to-do list. That is just more rowing. Instead, simply stop rowing. Sit in a chair and do nothing for 10 minutes. Let the mud in your glass settle. Watch the thoughts, but do not touch them. Nature does not hurry, yet everything is accomplished. Your heart beats without you commanding it. Your breath flows without you forcing it. Trust that you are part of this nature. You do not need to hold the world on your shoulders. it spins perfectly fine without you. This is the first step, internal peace. Stop rowing against the current. Return to simplicity. But you might ask, if I stop fighting, won't I be crushed? How do I deal with difficult people, aggressive bosses, or chaos? Lao Tzu has an answer for that too. It is the most powerful secret of the Tao, the strength of water. Water is soft, yet it cuts through rock. It yields, yet it conquers. It seeks the low places, yet it nourishes all life. In part 2, we will explore this soft power. We will learn how to win without fighting and how to lead by following. If you are tired of rowing, subscribe and join us for the next step of the journey. Until then, remember the uncarved block. Let your dust settle.